One way people use their powers is the 689, right? Where six tells you that you have the problem. Like, here you go, you feel me. I'm the six, right? Eight don't let you know that it's doing unless you know yourself and say, I sound a little weird today. Like, okay, eight just changed me. Nine is going, I'm convincing you that it was you the whole time that wanted to do this. So if you wanted to be gay, nigga, I'm convincing you wanted to be gay, right? 689, right? Now the other way is basically using their powers, and people got different powers, kind of like American Gods, the TV show, where his power is persuasion, but he was the top god of the old gods, right? And people have persuasion, right? They have powers of persuasion. They have the power of convincing, where they convince you. They have the power of programming, right? And they have the power of hypnotizing, right? And you learned that in Batman Gotham, right? The new one TV show series where he had the power of hypnotizing people. He just hypnotized people, right? Another way was actually where another way was actually going, hey, mind control, where they had, especially like 246 guys, they had the power to literally take over your mind and control your mind and your body. Not with these thousand texts that people were saying on a lower level, but real control of your mind and be able to take over your mind and be able to make sure you think you are gay or bad or whatever, but you was under it. Why? Because like in the Matrix movie, you was a baby plugged up with all this, right? And then you said, hey, I needed to sit there and get to the level where I can get all this unplugged. But first you had to sit there and go, hey, I actually want to do something with my life. So I want to get energy. So you move from, being this nigga that didn't want money and didn't want money, right? Or energy, to the nigga that moved and want energy, right? And then eventually you said, hold on, now that I got energy, I gotta learn how to keep it, right? And the best way to keep it is to let niggas know that you don't have it, but you have it, right? And like, okay, don't try it. So you had to go to school eventually, your school, their school, our school, whatever school. People started teaching you, or you taught yourself because life is school, and you start to learn like college. We looking at videos and like, oh, I can do this. They send you signals and go, this is how you do this, right? So you learn to keep your energy. And then it goes like, all right, well, now I can get a job to actually help people. Basically, you was the hero or the villain, right? Help yourself or help other people, right? And it became this thing where it started to help people. And by helping people, the six came to you and said, hey, nigga, like, we want to, we want to make sure you take this deal with us, right? Be one of our soldiers. Like, we call you, sounds familiar, like the 10, 4, 6, 10, right? 4, they want nothing to do with energy or nothing like that. They just want to be animalistic and crazy. Cash. 6 is like, I know about energy, but I'm going to use it online. I don't have the energy in me. I'm just working for it, right? So I got a little bit of energy, and I had to keep it. So I moved to 10. I had to be civilized and say, hey, nigga, I can teach you how to keep that shit, right? Right? And if you're ever about to lose it, you call upon your God. And that's how they go, right? And then it became this level with like, wait, I'm under it, but I'm in school. I'm moving my way to 14 and know it, right? Right? You find a wife and she's wind up being one of us. You know what I'm saying? Black and yellow, right? So, because your energy go dark, not brown, right? So it's like, all right, now you're looking at it and you're going, you was in the 6. But at some point you realize they was holding you down like a bitch. Like you were you. But you started to listen to what I said and it started resonating with you. It started waking you up. Like, did you want to know the truth? Like, so it's just like in the Matrix, you had to wake up to the truth. Why? Because you was using 6, 7 the whole time, right? There was no man in you, right? So what if you was using an 8? You're like, I'm stronger than you, or I pretended to be, right? So what did they free your mind? They will never let you go to 9. 9 is spiritual, right? So they always kept you in some type of loop because they're going like, hey, you want a better bitch? Hey, you want more power? You want to be stronger like a man? You wanna fuck all day? You wanna get drunk in addiction? Like you wanna get more energy? Like, right? Which is the 8, which is basically going that I can still manipulate the 8, the man in you or the woman in you, right? Out of 159, right? Where 6, 7 is the boy for the male, and 6, 7 is the girl for the female. 8 is a male. I mean, is a woman or a man. 9 is the spiritual, divine man or male, and the divine woman, right? Where you know God and you're thinking about God. And that's the only time it goes up, right? And you go to this high level. So if they was pushing this cap in your head and going, don't go up, they didn't want you there. So they're like, if I don't ever want you to reach there to be strong as a man, well, I got to keep you in 6, 7. Where you're just doing the 7 and you're outside. Oh, I'm a man. I'm poke my chest out. I'm pushing niggas out the way. I'm a man. I'm like, and you might did it in a softer way, but you still did it, right? but they had you in 6'7" like a boy. The whole time, you wasn't a man. You wasn't a woman. You wasn't making grown-up decisions. So the thing about the Matrix, you sat there and you seen where the baby was all plugged up by the 6, right? And eventually became a man. And what happened is you realize to become a man, you had to sit there and go against the 6. Well, 6 was like 600, right? 100, and then there's a 6, right? How high does it go? Well, we'll see that, right? How high are you afraid to go? What will you never check? Ban or bang, bang, bag, bang, bang, whatever, right? G-bang, whatever, right? And you going, hey, you would get all these niggas that's going against you without knowing it, holding you down without knowing, and certain things started to rise up, like your consciousness, your manhood, your awareness of the other side. And you said, like, nigga, let me, and you had to go to this next level of school where you learned how to be a man, and higher than that, 8, 9. Fuck your pride.